Well, good morning. I'm Peter Bresnan from OneSails in Palma, and the idea is to try this multi-tradewind sail on a monohull. We've had so many requests, so many questions, so many doubts actually as to whether it would work, that we thought we'd prepare one, make a sail for this Brenta 24 and go out and try it. The wind seems a bit gusty, maybe 15 to 20, but that's perfect for this because it is a tradewind sail and you're going to see gusty variable conditions. So that's the idea. We'll go out and try it as a tradewind sail, try it as a code zero because that's what it is. It's two code zeros with a integrated furling structure lens. Just to prove to you a little bit how dynamic and useful the sail is and how it really does replace all of your downwind sails on your cruising inventory. The Brenta 24 is a little sports boat, not very stable. It's small. And as such, it should really be the ideal test. A boat that is going around the world is probably quite stable, reasonably bigger than this one, so longitudinally stable, transversely stable. So if it's going to work on a monohull, on a small monohull, it's definitely going to work on much bigger monohulls.
Ahora vamos a hacer pruebas de desenrollado y enrollado, porque necesitamos tener varias y poder apreciar si hay puntos a mejorar. Entonces, con diferentes ángulos y diferentes dimensiones de escota vamos a probar de enrollar y desenrollar. Hemos recibido bastantes dudas de si se podía utilizar este tipo de vela en un monocasco y a la vista está que sí. Tenemos un día que tenemos un buen viento, estamos probando todos los rumbos y por ahora parece mejorar las versiones estándar de Sailmakers y velas enrollables. Los monocascos, a diferencia de los catamaranes, por ejemplo, que son tan anchos, que tenemos los puntos de escota tan separados, ayudarían a que esta vela fuera todavía más fácil, pero en este casco hemos ido al extremo. Un barco pequeño, monocasco. Vale, pues acabamos de hacer una prueba con una de las configuraciones del Tradewind, que es lo que llamamos el double ply, que para navegar en través se navega con las dos membranas del mismo lado. Fácil, duradero, doble resistencia. Seguro que creo que se lo están cogiendo bien a bordo ahora mismo. Estamos intentando testear si nos ponemos un poco más de largo, ver cómo reacciona, ver si es difícil de controlar y tal, para escapar de ese escenario perfecto. Y por ahora todo parece apuntar en que sí, no estamos encerrados a 180, sino que nos podemos mover un poquito, nos podemos alejar con la tranquilidad de que no va a colapsar.
Well, the day's been really interesting, absolutely fantastic. Proof of concept, 100% proven. The sail works extremely well on this boat. We managed to try it in every possible configuration. We started off dead downwind, with an offshore wind that was very, very shifty and gusty, and I expected to have to do a lot of trimming or some nose diving, but actually it's just really well behaved. So that was an initial first surprise. There's no instability that comes with this monohull shape and style of sail, and actually one interesting thing that we found out was that how effective it is to ease the sheets a little bit, twist open the top and completely depower the sail, and all of a sudden it was like lounge chair sailing. We could just relax and not move the tiller at all. So dead downwind, total blast, really good fun. We were just, it was kind of smiles all around, and we could cleat the sheets off and just go dead downwind. So that was so much fun that we ended up traveling 6 or 7 miles before we knew it. We didn't have any instruments, but I had my little watch going, and it was telling me we were doing 12 to 13 kilometers an hour. So I think that's about 7 or 8 knots, which is really great. So we were reaching along at sort of 60 to 70 true apparent wind angle, no main, no jib, cutting across the Bay of Palma up towards Cala Figuera. And yeah, the essence of the sail came alive. It is, after all, two code zeros. At the end of our test, we tried the sail in broad reaching configuration, and it was an absolute doddle, just like we'd seen before on Kalmahe. It was also very easy to set up. We eased the halyard a little bit. We eased the sheet on one side, pulled the sheet on the other, rotating, essentially rotating the Tradewind sail and making it into a spinnaker that we're using to reach. And actually, we got as far as 90 degrees true wind angle in that form. Of course, that's not the aim at all. And the sail is not very efficient at those angles. But at 140 and 150 and 130 true wind angle, that was absolutely fine. So even with the wind coming from behind and waves coming from the side, the residual sort of waves coming from the side, the boat was still very easy to manage and very handleable. So at the end of the day, we had to be towed back because we were so far away from the shore. We hadn't brought our upwind sails, but we saw 20 knots of true wind, and we were getting pulled upwind at about 6 knots. So 26, 28 knots of apparent wind on the sail. It stayed furled, no issue whatsoever. And we could have easily seen another 10 knots without the sail even thinking about becoming unfurled. So we haven't seen the limit of how well the sail can stay furled in huge amounts of wind, but today we saw 26 to 28 and it was absolutely fine. So once again, hoist the sail, unfurl it, use it. When you're worried about it, furl it away and leave it. It's no concern or requirement to get it down in any way, like you might a spinnaker or a jenniker or a parasailer or something like that. So it's safe as houses, safe to leave up in really a lot of wind. We chose the most difficult possible conditions. Light, narrow monohull, very shifty, puffy, gusty winds, and I'm completely dry, didn't go in the water, and the boat was fun to sail. 100% proven, it works extremely well. We didn't have any spinning poles or jockey poles, didn't have to push it out. The sail just takes its shape and just powers the boat downwind. Day 2 of our testing, we didn't get a chance to test the upwind ability of this Tradewind sail, which might surprise people, but remember it's 2 code zeros built into 1. And so it's important to show the multifunctional aspect of the sail. Totally different day. We actually had fog and quite cold conditions at the beginning of the day, but the sun fortunately burnt through. And we had between 6 and 12 knots of wind. The big surprise of the day was that with a wind at around 165, 168 true wind direction, the boat had a heading of 105 to 108. So, quick bit of maths, that translates into a true wind angle upwind of 60. That's quite a surprise. It's a nylon code zero. We didn't have a main up. We were looking for power as much as possible because we had quite light winds. So 60 true wind angle is really a big result. Essentially what that means is if the sheeting angle is correct on your boat, or correct is available, you could have a sail which covers a true wind angle 60 all the way through to true wind angle 180. So that's pretty spectacular, to be honest, from a twin ply nylon sail. So overall, extremely satisfied. It's difficult to express just how pleasing it is to create a sail that can do 60 to 180. That's pretty unheard of, and it's not in a fancy laminate or a fancy anything. It's just nylon with an IFS structural lens for furling and unfurling. So a great super result. Very happy to have gone out for the second day. And once again, thanks to the Club Náutico Palma for lending us these Brenta 24s, which are such fantastic test beds for all of these innovations and new products that we work on. Captain Antonio,
happy as you can be.
We sailed this boat 1,300 miles from Holland to Mallorca. No, more than that.
More than that.
1,300 miles to your home.
Portugal, plus another 800 or 900 to Mallorca.
I'm not gonna say he's crazy, but he's crazy. So we're trying out this thing with a reef in it. We've furled it all the way until the lens has disappeared, just about. And the roll, the furled luff, feels really stiff and stable, not like it wants to stretch. Because the gusts coming in are close to 18, 20 maybe. And we've just tried a little bit of tweaker on the port side there. And it looks really good. So, you know, controlled leach, nice and open so that it dumps the big gust coming through. I would say that's a nice combination. What do you think, Antonio? How does that compare to your main and pulled out Genoa?
Yeah, definitely way more stable, way less rolling, which is a big problem on this boat. Being a long keel can get a bit unstable. So I wish I knew about this before my trip. That's what I can say.
Might have made it a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, it would save me a lot of headaches and seasickness.
Oh, yeah, of course, less rolling. That's a good point actually for seasickness. I hadn't even thought about that point. Well, thanks for letting us use your boat, Antonio.
Glad I could help.
We've got the perfect weather, nice sunny conditions, perfect, crystal clear waters of Alcudia, maybe not, but we have this beautiful boat, an offshore yacht, 27-foot, long keeled, family cruiser, fabulous. And how many of there are there in this bay?
So far I found 4.
In this bay?
In this bay. So
in
I don't know
Alcudia.
what the odds are of that, but it's pretty impressive.
Wonderful. Wednesday evening beer can racing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the other owners out.
Very good. Coming back to the frequently asked questions that we've received from customers and actually other sailmakers as well within the group is, do you need tweakers to furl, unfurl the sail? Do you need tweakers to use the sail? There's no need for tweakers. If you don't have any, you don't need any. If you have them and you want to extract the last few percent performance out of your sail on a Code Zero reach, then they could be useful, but absolutely are not needed for furling and unfurling. The previous video we produced, if you remember, Calmaje, the Privilege 510, we did not have any tweakers on board. We didn't use them at any occasion, neither for upwind, for reaching, or for dead downwind. So for those of you who are wondering if you need tweakers, you do not for furling, unfurling, or any other circumstance. They can be helpful eventually, as I said, if you're trying to extract the very last 2 or 3% of performance out of the sail. Hopefully this answers a lot of monohull sailors who are concerned about whether the sail is going to work for them. If it works on such a light, unstable boat, for sure it's going to work on your round-the-world cruiser or transoceanic cruiser. So all good.